Right. So in this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 reasons why people are moving to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia. They're living in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia. So if you are interested, thinking about moving out there, thinking about referring anybody to live out there because you live there, go ahead and stay to the end so you can hear the 5 reasons why we are seeing that people are moving, no matter where you're coming from. They're going to be great things. So this is going to come from Christine Atkins, who is, so we're a mom-daughter team. I am Kim with the Kim Barber Group. We're a real estate team out of Northern Virginia. And
I'm Christine Atkins, and I am in Western Loudoun, touching the tip of the Eastern Panhandle. So I'm out here.
I'm Kim Barber with Kim Barber Group and eXp Realty, and I've helped thousands of owners and agents with real estate since 2004. Yeah. So we're
In the
locals.
action.
Yeah, that's right. So we are locals to the Northern Virginia area. And then, Christine has migrated out to, like she said, Western Loudoun County. And now she's licensed in West Virginia. I am not. So she's going to do most of the talking here. But, just want to drop it right now. We do offer a free real estate consultation. You can look for the links to set that up with us. So if you're thinking about it, but she's the expert in that. So I'm going to turn this over to her. And so, Christine, I know you've shared a little bit with us, but I'd love to see if we can, like I said, talk about the 5. So, what would you say is kind of the first? And this doesn't have to be in this order, but
Okay.
what are some of the things? What you mentioned the cost of
Yes,
being a big thing to why people are moving to West Virginia. Can you talk more about that and maybe comparing it to Northern Virginia or other areas?
for sure. So I think one of the biggest, in my experience, the biggest reasons why the clientele that I've worked with so far and soon to come is the affordability, honestly. When it comes to housing prices, they are significantly less than Northern Virginia. I think Loudoun County has the statistic of what one of the richest counties in the country, and it is
Highest median income in the country, number one.
it
Yep.
is expensive. The taxes are higher, all the things. For instance, Loudoun County, I think the median price is somewhere in the eights. Taxes can be between 6 and 10, right? Thousand a year. And then on the flip side, if you go to Jefferson or Berkeley County, Jefferson County is the fastest growing county in West Virginia, which is the closest one. It kind of borders Virginia, if you will. So that little tip part, that's Jefferson
The
County.
top, but next to like Loudoun County, like Frederick
Yes,
County, so Winchester, Lovettsville, where you
Clark
kind of
County.
connect at Clark County.
Yeah.
She knows these. And so you cross over like Point of Rocks area and jump over that way, or go through like the Winchester, Point of Rocks, and then cross over Maryland.
Yeah.
Just in case nobody is familiar with this area, they're like, I've heard about West Virginia, but I don't really know where she's talking about.
Yeah.
So close enough, makes sense.
Ish, yes, definitely makes sense. So Jefferson County, let's just say, for instance, you can get new construction or resale, single family home, quarter, half acre, solid under 600. Sometimes 4, it just depends. A lot of people really, really love it. The taxes are significantly less,
Okay.
probably, in my opinion, around a quarter what they are here. So that's probably one of the,
75% less taxes
yeah,
compared to Northern Virginia. And that's
so
pretty
significant.
significant.
People can afford way, way more house and still be versus Virginia, maybe get like an acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, 5 acres for what they would spend on the median house income or the median house price here in Loudoun County. So
Okay.
it's
All right.
definitely number one.
Number one, cost. Okay. So number 2, you were telling me is around like new construction. So we know
Yeah.
new construction. You mentioned the median income of like a median income, but also the median home values of
Yeah.
like the single families are pushing the eights, like upper sixes, sevens, eight. Townhouses you could get, for less, but you're not going to get a new townhouse in at least the classic Northern Virginia for less,
Yeah.
starting like mid fives any day. It's crazy. So talk about that compared to new construction in general, because you said that's kind of number 2.
Yeah. So, my opinion, and it has been, I guess, a statistic that Jefferson County, like I said, is the fastest growing county in West Virginia, and new construction is pretty much around every corner. You can get a small townhouse starting in the twos and even in the threes, the
That's
twos.
nice.
Wow. Good
Yeah, you can't
Lord.
get that. Yeah.
No, you definitely cannot get that. So a
So
lot of
looking
people,
for a townhouse or looking for a home in the 200s around Northern Virginia, go to Jefferson County in West
yeah,
Virginia.
absolutely.
Okay.
There's just a lot of options. There's a lot of builders out there. I probably in the last 18 months have been to 8 to 10 different builders, different communities around there. So it's definitely moving quickly and the prices creep up right after every 10-ish sales they have. But that new construction is definitely large there and it's great. You maybe have the ability to custom build yourself a home, right? That you otherwise couldn't do in Northern Virginia. So new construction is definitely where it's at right there.
More affordable. Goes in back into the cost, but new construction being affordable and available, which is great.
Yeah,
You mentioned that the state is beautiful.
it is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do people find that's beautiful?
West Virginia Mountain Mama, right? Like everybody
Take me
knows that song.
home. Okay. Sick of
Yeah,
my day
so
job, I know.
it's beautiful, right? It's small town feel, historic town, small vibes, mom and pop stuff. There's also chain, restaurant stores, big box stores, things like that. But for the most part, the communities, I new communities, right? You can get to know your neighbors and things like that. Still have that small town feel. And there's so much hiking, fishing. The Shenandoah River kind of runs right along Jefferson County, right in the middle. And the mountains are just beautiful. So
Okay.
you get the best of all of it. You get the water and you get the mountains. So
Okay. So it's beautiful in the relationships you can develop and beautiful like having a community. So the
yeah,
experience, but then also beautiful like looking with your eyeballs, and I
yeah,
know that one of the things the fourth thing was like the activities, that you
yeah.
can do. So what are some of the things that, I know in Charlestown there's gambling. Like I know that's a big
There
thing.
is.
Outside of that, what are some of the top activities that you might find living out there?
I mean, the hiking's great. Anything to do with the water is great. They have some tubing and stuff that you can do, some rafting, kayaking, those sorts of things. Hunting is big there. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I don't even know where to begin. Yeah. The
Okay.
farmers markets are awesome. There's a lot of things to do outside. So
So
they have
like
like
the
adventure
outdoors.
parks. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
an outdoors person, plenty to do. I know I go skiing and now it's snowshoes, so it's more mid-state, mid-south state, but still,
Yeah.
there's a lot to do. Plus you're right up against Virginia, you're right up against Maryland. You're not that far from Pennsylvania, so that you can tap into those different states, at least the area that we're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, the last thing that you mentioned, I know Northern Virginia has a lot more HOA.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
is that something that, tell us about like the difference between HOA and not HOA? Because I think you said that was another big thing that people like
Yeah.
or don't
So
like
obviously
HOAs.
some people just don't like them. A lot of my clients are like, Christine, I do not want people telling me what I could do in my yard. Find me something where there's no HOA, please. So new construction traditionally is going to have an HOA. We just know that. They're going to have covenants and restrictions that are going to want you to cut your grass, keep your door the same color, put a fence that's this. But there's a lot of opportunity out here to find property that doesn't have an HOA. They may have covenants and restrictions that restrict you from maybe like building, right? But there's no governing homeowners association that's going to tell you you can and cannot do these certain things. So, and a lot of people love that, right? My clients are like, hey, I want chickens, find me a place that where I can have chickens, or my kid loves to ride his dirt bike in the yard.
Mhm.
Like I want enough space for that. So definitely has the ability and the opportunity to be at a property where there's no HOA. You're close
Yep.
to all the things and you can do what you want to a degree. So
Okay. Good.
definitely pretty cool.
All right. So perfect. So top 5 reasons to live in West Virginia. The fifth was no HOA. Then you have activities. It's a really beautiful state. Lots of abundance of new construction that is also affordable. And it's not just the cost of the house, but the taxes. And I imagine a lot of the amenities are a little bit
Right.
adjusted on price. So good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And a little bonus is there's multiple ways in and out of West Virginia, right, into Northern Virginia. So being there and being able to commute, back and forth, there's multiple directions that you can go. So if traffic is gridlocked one way, the other way is probably for you. It's beautiful country back roads, but I love it.
Yeah, good. So if I know that we offer a free real estate consultation. So if you want one of those with Christine or myself in Northern Virginia, but she definitely handles the West Virginia. We both work the Northern Virginia. You can check out the links either in our bios, depending on when you're listening this, or on YouTube. So look for those links. You can set up a free real estate consultation and set up the meeting, talk about your goals. And we appreciate you coming and visiting us here. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Ready to help you buy and sell. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, let's do it.